The world is busy applauding the Israel-Gaza ceasefire deal, a temporary truce in a devastating 15-month-long war between Israel and the Islamic Resistance Movement or Hamas. Hamas is a Palestinian nationalist Islamist political organization with a military wing, the Al-Qassam Brigades. It has governed Israel-occupied Gaza Strip since 2007 and also has presence in the West Bank and Lebanon, as well as in regional locations in Egypt, Qatar and Turkey. Hamas is committed to armed resistance against Israel and to the creation of a Palestinian state and has been in conflict with Israel for long. It was responsible for the October 7 attack on Israel, which killed almost 1,200 people and 251 were taken hostage. This is also point zero for the 15-month-long Israeli onslaught on Gaza, West Bank, as well as on South Lebanon. At the beginning of the war, Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu promised a complete victory and elimination of Hamas. In October 2024, the Israeli Defense Forces claimed to have killed 17,000 of Hamas's 25,000 to 30,000 fighters in its 24 battalions. However, detailed reports from IDF identify only around 8,500 militant fatalities. While Israel has been successful in eliminating Hamas political and military leadership, including Ismail Haniyeh, Yahya Sinwar, Mohammad Daif, Fatah Sharif, Marwan Issa, and Saleh al-Arora, Hamas is no stranger to regrouping and resurgence. Not only that, it has long shifted towards guerrilla warfare tactic using explosives and asymmetric attacks on Israeli forces. Since the organization is fluid and there is no verifiable intelligence from inside Gaza, gathering exact data on Hamas is in itself a daunting task. However, very recently, the former US Secretary of State, Antony Blinken, said the following.
We've long made the point to the Israeli government that Hamas cannot be defeated by a military campaign alone, that without a clear alternative, a post-conflict plan, and a credible political horizon for the Palestinians, Hamas, or something just as important and dangerous, will grow back. That's exactly what's happened in northern Gaza since October 7th. Each time Israel completes its military operations and pulls back, Hamas militants regroup and reemerge because there's nothing else to fill the void. Indeed, we assess that Hamas has recruited almost as many new militants as it has lost. That is a recipe for an enduring insurgency and perpetual war.
Blinken reported that Hamas has replaced almost all killed fighters in Gaza with new recruits and is far from defeated or weakened enough to be sidelined. Another US intelligence report mentions that while it lost around the same number of members, Hamas has recruited between 10 to 15,000 members since the start of its war with Israel. The Iran-backed group could very well complicate plans for post-war governance of the enclave. In the days since the ceasefire took effect, Hamas has shown itself to be deeply entrenched in Gaza. Hamas-run administration has quickly reimposed security measures and begun restoring basic services. But everything is not business as usual. Most new members are young and untrained and are reportedly being used for simple security purposes. However, Hamas is trying to change the narrative around its cause as well. The second round of hostage exchange as part of the ceasefire deal saw a stage set up with slogans against Zionism and presenting freed Israeli women soldiers with gift bags. Its use of propaganda to manipulate suffering and grieving Gazans into joining its ranks and revamped PR techniques to modify its image point to one simple fact: Hamas is not going anywhere, at least not in the foreseeable future. Bureau Report, India Today Global.